Hi guys, today I'm just want to talk about how to use PowerPoint and how to make a simple professional presentation. So as you can see, here is the PowerPoint, which is one of the Microsoft Office family. It's a powerful program to make a presentation in front of audience. So to start with, you have to open the blank presentation from here, blank presentation, which will open the platform, the program you can see here. And the first step to start, you have to determine how many slides you want to do. For example, I'm having here example about animal kingdom. So I have prepared this material before. So we're gonna put these things like the animal kingdom, which is consists of mammals and amphibians, reptiles, and then lizard and birds and fish. So we're gonna try to make slides as this number. So we have 5 type of animal kingdom. So that means we need 5 slides. Plus, the first slide, it will be the introduction, which is very important one. The introduction, it will tell the people about the title of the presentation, and it will tell the people your name, the presenter, and also the company or the business or any place you are belong to. So this is the first slide. It will be the introduction or the main slide, and then we'll need to add new slide. To add new slide, we'll go here. Easy way to go here and then do a new slide. So I will click one, I will get the second slide, and then another time the third slide, fourth slide, 5, and so on. So we can make 10 slides to start with, and then we see if we can use all of them. So now you can see here, this is the slide number 10, which I show here. You have to go back to the first one. I will click on the first slide, slide number 1, and then from this slide, I will start now to do my job. The first, we'll start to write down the title of the presentation, as we see. For example, Animal Kingdom. So that's the title of our presentation. And here we can do the subtitle, for example, the name of the presenter. For example, we can put any name you prefer. For example, let's say only example for the presenter. We can go here, enter, and then do pie, for example. So that's why now you can see here the presentation name and by the person. Of course, you can play with the font. If you go here, you can make it bold, you can make it bigger from this menu or small. You can also go here to make it like also color, give it the color you like, for example, and so on. You can do a lot of jobs here and here, and you can play around. Alright, so this is the first slide, which is the introduction, the first slide. From here down, at this corner, you can make the slide bigger or small. You can make it small, or you can make it bigger, so you can see it very clearly. So now, this is the first slide now. Once I click here, I can see the content of the slide number 1. Now I'm going to slide number 2. So now here, I can write down, for example, my agenda. So what I'm going to talk about. For example, I can write down, there are 5 types of animal, for example. And then here I will start to list the 5 types of animals. So the first one, as you can see, for example, the mammals, you can copy for saving the time. Paste. Then next one, it will be amphibians. And then number 3, it will be the reptiles. Number 4, it will be the birds. And then finally, last one in the menu is the fish. So, okay. So now we have the list of what we are going to talk about. Again, if you would like to change the list, you can have a full control from here. You can highlight, and then you can go up here to this menu, and then here you can have many type of lists, like this one or this one or this one. Whatever it suits you or you like, you can choose or go for it. Let's go for this one. It's look like more nice. Alright. Okay, so now we are selecting the agenda, what we are going to talk. So that means the first slide should be the title and the presenter name. Second slide should be the agenda. So I'm going to talk about mammals, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and fish. So that means each one of them will have separate slide. So the third slide, it will be about mammals. The fourth slide about amphibians. The fifth slide, reptiles, and so on until we finish. So let's go for the first one, which is the mammals. Here, we write down the titles, which will be mammals. Here. Here we go. Here is the mammals. And now here we can have like small definition or simple definition, which is also I bring from Wikipedia, from the internet. It's ready, so I'll copy it and paste. So, and then I can paste this one here. So now I can see the mammals are a warm blood. So this is like simple definition. Of course, when you have a presentation, it's not good to have a lot of talking. You have to make it more friendly. You have to focus on the photo. You have to focus on the things which is make it attractive to audience. So try to make the talking or the definitions very limited. So from here, for example, you can say it's blood vertebral which is distinguished by a procession. Yeah, so you can, for example, stop here, or just you can do full stop, and then you can do enter. So you can have like 2 paragraphs. So by doing so, it look like a little bit shortening. Alright? And then to make it like more also nice, we can support that by having a photo about mammals. Again, I have a material here. We can, for example, copy and paste the photo. We can, let's go for this photo, which is for koala. It's also one of the mammals. I will copy, right click, copy, and then you can go here and paste, as you can see. So, but now as you can see, the photo is coming all the screen. Here you can go and you have, once you click on the photo, you will get like some squares here, like circles, some circles coming here around. So I will go, for example, at the corner until I get this arrow, and then I will push it down. So the photo now is become small. So I can now drag it. So as I can see now, it's look like more clear compared to before, as I can see. Again, I can play also with this one, with this text. So I can go here. Once I click on the text, as I can see, I can again find the same square which is have some circles. I can go here and then I can push this one a little bit so it can make sense now, and it can make presentation is more professional. I can just also play with the photo from here. So now you can see that it's look like more clear for us. Okay, and then once we finish this one, we'll go to the next slide, slide number 4, which will talk about the amphibians. So we'll copy it. We'll go to the 4th slide. In the title, I will do amphibians, which is mean I'm gonna talk about them. And then again, I have prepared simple definition about amphibians. That's the definition, which is from internet. I will go here, and then again I will paste it. Yeah, so again I will try to separate, so make the text like a little bit to be like, yeah, friendly. Again, I can bring this square back so I can have some space like that. And again, I can try to find a photo for amphibians, which is already have one here. So we're gonna go for the turtles. I'm not sure if the turtles consider amphibians, but I think maybe. So I will paste, right click. First, I will right click here, then copy the photo, and then I will go to PowerPoint, and then I can either right click and then paste, or I can go directly to here and paste. Again, the photo is big, so I can stretch the photo or shrink it using this control from here. This is make it down wide, but from here is easier to control. And then I will bring this one here. So by doing so, now I have my square. Also, you can search for the same photo in the internet from Google. I can again click here, right click, and then copy the name. I can open, for example, my Google account, for example, and then you can from here search for amphibian. So you can go for image, and from here you can find some frog. For example, if I select that one, I can go to this photo, right click, and then copy image. But always forget, image sometimes subject to being copyrighted, so you have to mention from where you bring this photo. So I will right click and then copy, and then I can come here. I can remove the one I put here, the turtle, and then I can paste that one from the internet, from Google. Make it small, as you can see. So there. And then I can again go to the same page and see from where it's coming. So I can, so it's coming from this website, so I can do a citation, and then I can copy the link, so I can paste the link here. So I can tell the people this photo is coming from this website, because it's not belong to me, it's coming from this website. So by doing so now, we have doing the second, the 4th slide, and then we'll go for the, again, for the 5th slide, which will be again for the reptiles now. Double click, and then we'll copy here. We'll go to 5th slide. Yeah, and these reptiles. And then again, I will go to definition, which is prepared before. So that's the definition of the reptiles. And so on. Yeah. And then, yeah, we'll start to do the same things until we finish doing the other slides for all those 5 types of animal. So now I have finished the slides. So now all the slides are ready. As we can see, mammals, reptiles, amphibians, reptiles, and then birds, and then fish. So now we are finishing our presentation. So now we have many slides which are not used. So the last slide, usually after you finish your presentation, the last one should have like thank you. You have to say thank you for the audience. For example, you can say thanks or thank you, for example. And then down, for example, you write question and answer. So if you want people to ask you some question, you can make it bigger in the middle. So like that. You thank the people for their listening. So you can playing with the text from here again. You can put the mouse on the square of the text. Once you put, you will get like small cross here, and then from this cross you can start to playing the text. You can have again color it if you want like that. So by doing so, now we are finishing how to do a simple presentation. So after we finish the preparing, we'll go to the next step, which is making the animation, the transition, the color, and make the presentation have good color. So again, we have another 2 slides which are not used. So you can right click. If you don't want these slides, you can right click and then delete slides, because I don't want them. Delete slide, and then the other one again, I will delete slide. So now I have only 8 slides, which is enough for my presentation. Again, the first one, the introduction, the title, and the presenter name. Second one is the agenda, what I'm going to talk about. You can make it like that. Go down, and then you can write down agenda, or you can write down what you want to tell, what do you want to tell about or talk about. And then you start to list your material. And finally, the last slide should be like thank you and question and answer. So once you finish the things, you are ready to go. So before we go to the next step, which is the step of design, how to color and transition, animation, all these things, first we have to save our work. You go to File and then Save As. So you can start to save your work at the place you like. For example, you'll go to Browse, and then you will go for Document, and then from here you can save your work under the name Animal Kingdom, and then save. By doing so, you can see that your presentation is now saved. So, okay, now we are ready to go for the next step. Okay guys, now as we finish the writing of the slides, we have to make sure our texts are short. Try to make your text is very short. Don't talk a lot. Don't make a lot of talking. Make it more simple for the audience to see. So this slide is ready. I'm gonna try with you to make this one short. So for example, as a definition here, you can just try to do the definition until animal. Yeah, that's enough until here. And then I can start with a new bullet. You can say example, for example, examples of this one. And then you can mention, for example, the frog. This is one example. Number 2. You can see the toads, and then you can just try to make like 3 of them. Yeah, I think that's enough for us. So as these examples now is coming under, as those sub bullet coming under this one, so we have to push those to the right. So to do that, try to highlight them and then go to the home menu, and then you will go to this button for the increase list level. So you can see now, because this is coming under the examples, you have to push it. It will be like sub bullet of the example, and then you try to again shorten this one. There is push by shortening, and yeah, you can just stop until here maybe. So as I said, try to see what's the best things to describe your presentation to make it more short, like that. For the second slide again, you can say the same one. Okay, we can here stop, and then again examples. You can see that, for example, snake, and then lizard, and then crocodile, and turtles. So that's enough again. Again, because this is like sub level, you have to push by using this button. So now it's coming again. Try skip. So this is okay, we can just skip this one. So now to make it more again simple, you can push the photo a little bit here, or make it a little bit smaller, and then click on the text. So you can make the text wide. You can push by using this one, so you can get more space to do that. So I think now we are ready to go. So the other slide is already have done. They are ready. You can also again do a sub menu for here. So those one you can do like that and push them. Yeah. So this is making the presentation is more clear and more attractive for the audience, so the audience can follow you and can still become interested in your presentation. So now, as I said, after we finish everything, now we are going to the next menu, insert. In this menu, the insert menu, we can insert, for example, the most important things, the slide number. In the slide number, I can put, for example, slide number, and then where do you want to put the slide number? It will come here, in this area, here, you can see. And then the footer, for example, you can, if you would like to have something repeated in each slide, for example, your name, your presentation name, the title, the company or the business you are belong to, so it's optional. So if I say, for example, it's coming from STT channel, so that's will gonna repeat in every slide. If I do repeat all, you have to do apply to all slides. So I can see it coming here, STT, the channel name, and then here slide number 1, slide number 2, slide number 3, and so on. You can see now it have the slide number. And okay, also in this menu, the other things which is important at this stage, so the numbering, yeah. And now, because as you can see, the presentation is not, the color is like white. We need to make something, make it more attractive. To do that, we'll go to the design menu. In the design menu, I can select what sort of color I like. Would you like to do this one for your presentation? So now, it looks like very nice one. Or would you like to have this one? Because we are talking about animals, so I think I prefer this color, this style. But it's up to you, actually. You have a lot of styles here. You have so many styles. You can select any one you prefer. So I'm going to select that one. And then after you select that one, you can go here and then again select the color. Which color you like? You want the green one, the blue, or the pink, or the green with the black. So if we compare this one and this one, this is, I think this one is okay. So I'm gonna select for my presentation that one. So now I can see all my slides is changed. Because you change your design, that might affect the text type you write. So you need to adjust again. You will push the text in the area here. This always happen when you try to change your presentation type. So that might happen always to you. If you change the style, that's normal to be happen. See, you can see now. So yeah, now I just adjust. You have to check each slide to make sure everything is done. So the font goes a little bit small, so you can go back to home menu and then make it a little bit bigger. As I said, from this menu you can control all the font that you need, the space, if you would like to make more space from here or anything else. All the option is available to you here. The next slide also, it's looking good. Nothing except the furrow is a little bit coming up, so we can maybe adjust it here. Yeah, to make the experience is very good. The next one, so the frog a little bit coming. Yeah, so you can adjust it wherever it suits you to make sure everything is going well. And then also here, that one, that guys, and then that guys here also, and then that one, it's a little bit big, make it small. Alright, and then finally questions and answer. If you have any questions, you can ask. Yeah, so I think by doing so, now our presentation is look like brilliant, very nice. So that's coming from this menu, design menu. From this menu, you can have all the choice of design and color. You first select the design and then you go to the color. The next menu is the transitions. So when I move from one slide to other slide, what's gonna happen? Do you want to have this effect like that, or for example fade or push effect, or wide, or split, or for example reveal, cat, random bars? Yeah, so you can select any things you would like to do when you move from one slide to other slide. So let's go for the Y1 for example. And then if you are happy with that, of course before this one you can go here and then you can see what you have. You have a lot of option also to have before you do any one. This one is look like good, yeah. So okay, now we are ready. You can say apply to all. And also you can make some sound here. Sound is mean if you would like when you move have some sound, like for example let's go for example freeze and see what happened. Of course you cannot test now unless you run the presentation. To make the presentation is live or run, you can either go down to this one, to this button, slideshow, or you can go up here to this button again, or you can also press F5 in your keyboard. So I'm gonna press F5 in my keyboard. So that's what happened. Okay, so now we finishing this menu. As I said, now the transition menu is only, it will tell you how can I mean what's gonna happen when I move from one slide to other slide. You can also preview from here, this button. Yeah, okay. So I apply to all, so I can keep this effect for all slides. And now we have another slides, which is animation. The animation slide here, it will give me the ability to do some sort of animation for my presentation, which is mean I can hide these items. I can make it like fade. I can make a lot of things, a lot of effects. So for example, if I want to do anything, first you have to highlight the item or the items you want to make effect. After you highlight, let's go for example to select some effect. Let's go for example for fly. What's gonna happen? See? That's what happened. And here it gives you like some sort of number 1 1 1 1. That's mean all of those items will coming together. If you have more than one effect, it will tell you like 1 2 3 4. So it depends on the effect. We're gonna talk about this one in details. So now for this one, let's preview and see what happened. That's what happened if you run your presentation. Next slide, for example, we have this lovely koala. So I can make this one live or move by, for example, I will select the photo first, highlight on the photo. If I go to here to see more effect, let's go for grow and shrink. See? Let's make it more bigger. And again, it give me number 1, which is mean that will be effect number 1. And then I can go, for example, for those guys here, the dog and cat, to make them like, for example, split. No, let's try another one. Let's try another one. Okay, let's open the menu and see more option. Zoom. Yeah. See, you have number 1. So that's happening number 1. So this action will start to do it number 1. The koala. The shrinking of the furrow and grow. Number 2, we have this dog and cat. It will have this effect, which is zoom effect. So yeah. And then if we go to the, for example, the other slide, the 4th slide, let's do another effect also for this frog. Let's see what we have. Maybe we can do disappear. Okay, maybe it's sad. Or like this, guys. Let's try this one. Yeah, okay, alright. And then again, we have some examples here. We can make those guys like rounding, like a wheel. Yeah, so okay, we have done a lot of effect. Let's go and do another effect, for example, for the last slide, for this fish. So now we'll try to make this object moving. After you select first, you have to select the object or the for or whatever. We call it object because it's object. And then let's make this jellyfish moving like tune. So that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. See, it can show you here. It will move like that. Let's make preview. Another example for this, for example, reptiles. We can click on the object first, and then we can go and we can select. If you would like, to select your own style, you can go for custom path, and you can start to draw what you like. Let's say, for example, like that. Yeah. So now the photo will move in this direction. You see? Because I'm drawing the path which I like. So it's like something funny. So you can do a lot of things from this animation menu. And as I said again, you will have some sort of numbers like 1, 2, which is mean this is will execute first. This will run first, and then number 2, this one. If we start to preview, this is number 1, and then you see number 2. So that's the order you will get when you start to move from here. That's in the animation menu. Okay, and also you have here a little options here, like on click. On click is mean once you click, you will have this effect happening. You can select the duration for how long time Usually it's 2 seconds only. And the delay, if there is some delay, if you want to make this object have some delay before it's running, and so on. So that's like very simple option to do for your presentation. So that's the most important menu for your simple professional presentation. You will go for home, and then you can insert, which is doing the header and footer, which is slide number, I mean. From slide number, you can select the footer and the slide number itself. And yeah, so you have so many options. You can do it from here. So that's what we finish now. After you finish your presentation, you will go for slideshow, as I said. So you can start to run the slide. You can run from here, from beginning, or from custom number, or you can go down to here, or you can press F5 in your keyboard. All are the same. Let's start from the beginning and see what happens. So that's the first slide. You have to click your mouse or use the keyboard arrow to move to next slide. See, that's the next one, which is the agenda. Then next slide, and then because I make some effect. So you keep going by clicking the mouse or pressing the arrow in your keyboard. So you can but I want to tell you something. Keep in your mind, if you are doing presentation for a formal presentation, you shouldn't do any effect. Always in the formal presentation, like for the university or for example some like a formal meeting or something like that, you should be more strict. You shouldn't do any animation. All this animation shouldn't be here. But this animation, sometimes we have done it for different purpose, so we can't tell what's where and just what's the need for that. But just always try to avoid this stuff if you have a formal presentation. So now I think we are finishing all the important menu here for this PowerPoint. But just now I'm gonna give you some things like etc. some information. I will add a new slide here, which is not belong to this one, for all experiment. I will click here to add new slide. You can click on the last one, and then you can go and do new slide. So the new slide is coming now here. It's empty. If you want to change the position of any slides, for example, I want to change the order. Number 5, I want to make it number 6 or 7. You can click or just press and hold. See? You can, by doing so, change the position of the slides. Make this one here and this one here. It's very easy to change the order. So I'm coming here to this last slide, which is not belong to presentation. For experiment, I can delete this stuff from here. And then from the insert menu, you have so many options here to do. You can insert a video or audio. For example, you can insert online video. You can put the URL of the video, so the video will play inside your slide. Or you can add some audio here also. Or you can record audio. You can do to screen recording, which is another option available for you. And also you can do a lot of stuff from here. If you would like to add, for example, shape, you have so many shapes, like for example this shape. Let's go, for example, for the heart. I will draw the heart, and then you can make it red, and then I can do some animation for this heart, like make it like this one. Okay, swivel. See, that's one is look like good. So that's coming from the insert menu. Again, in the insert menu, below, beside the shapes, you can also select. You have 3D modeling. You have smart art, so which is very good for our lesson. If you would like to do something in hierarchy, like a list, like a cycle, so it depends on your presentation type. Has this hierarchy, let's go and do, for example, for our work, that one, for example. You will start to do, for example, Animal Kingdom, number 1, and then we'll do here, for example, animal, and then you can go, for example, and do, for example, mammals, and then you can go here and then do, for example, fish, and so on. So by doing so, you can have a hierarchy, which will be a good option if you have this sort of presentation, or if you have a presentation which is need to have some of sort of hierarchy stuff for your presentation, which is really a very good things for you. Also, from the insert menu, the most important things, you can do a picture also. You can insert picture from your device or online, or from stock image. You can do a screenshot from here also, if there is anyone available. You can insert a table. Sometimes you need to have a table. You can, for example, do a table again, and then in that table you can again write down, for example, the if you see mammals, for example, let's go here, mammals, and then down, for example, can put some example like cats, dog. You can go here, for example, to what else we have here. Yeah, we have so many examples here. For the reptiles, you can go down and then write down. For the reptiles, we have, what do we have here for reptiles? We have snake, lizard, crocodile. For example, we have snake. So, yeah, and so on. So this is also one of the things you can do it for your presentation if you need to do sort of things in your presentation, because sometimes you need to have this stuff sometimes. So as I said, this slide is not belong to presentation. It's like extra slide, which is not needed, but here only I want to show you how to do some extra things for your presentation, how to use the insert menu by doing these things. Alright, so again, in the insert menu, what else we have here? As I said, you can do a video. You can do a video from my PC or online video. If you have the URL, I think you have one here. Let me check. You can copy, for example, that one from YouTube, and then if I go here and then paste it, and then insert the video. So the video should come. Let's try to opening the URL of the video. Yes, it's coming now. That's the video. It comes from YouTube. So if I run now, play this slide, so the video will start to running by itself. Actually on, yeah, as I can see, the video is running, which is really good. So you can do a lot of things for your presentation. To stop the running of the presentation, you can press escape in your keyboard. That will stop the run of your presentation. And yeah, so I think that's the most important things to know about the insert menu, which is very important. And for the draw menu, this menu actually is available based on your device. If your device support a pen, if your device can have a pen, so in this case you will have this menu coming to your in your device. So for example, in my case, I have a menu. I have a pen, so that's why I have this menu. The pen now in my hand, so I can, for example, write down any comment. Like I can circle anything. You can see here, I can circle. I can do a tick. So this is mean the pen is very useful actually to one just to start to tell people or explain. For example, I can say now I'm finishing. I finished talking about mammals, so I finish, and then I'm going to talk about amphibians. So it's a sort of doing some note, or sometimes you need to write down some things, which is really good. So that's the main purpose of having the pen. If your laptop or tablet support the pen function, you will find this menu coming to you by itself, the draw menu. And as we already finished this one, the design, transition, animation. So that's, I think, and slideshow, of course. So that's exactly what you need to know. The other menu is like review. It's all about like grammar, spelling, and this stuff, language things. And if you would like to do some comments. And the last menu, the view, is all about the slide height, and just if you want to make it like small or short or wide, and how your layout here look like. So if you want to have a ruler, which is coming here, or grid line I mean, or if you would like guides, so it's up to you. All this option is not that important. Here also they give you some colors, black and white, so you can play around with this menu. But the most important menu is the home one, which is very important, and also the insert, the design, transition, and animation. So I think now we are finishing how to make a simple presentation. Try to make it very simple, and just feel free to ask any question. Thank you so much for listening.